Get set to go. Cool Kids Core Pack 360 Sprint Car qualifying race 1. Greg and Adam with the call.
Over the green flag from Kyle McKenzie. The Stires Racing teammates on the front row will bring it to life as Jim Hoopinen and Holly Porter race into quarter number 1. Porter slings it around the outside. She'll grab the lead in corner 2. Jim Hoopinen will tuck back in line in second.
Scott Kruger with a good run to the outside, got kind of hung up behind Sean Evans in the 87. He'll try to swing to the outside down the front straightaway. He's got Alex Hill right on his tail.
Down the back stretch they go with Holly Porter out in front over Jim Hoopinen, Mitch Brown, Sean Evans. Scott Kruger has made his way up to the 5th spot with Alex Hill behind him and John Burbridge in the last spot.
Couple of Stires teammates at the front. Holly Porter out in front. Jim Hoopinen in second. They've got about 15 car lengths over Mitch Brown running in third. And Scott Kruger still can't get to the inside of Sean Evans. And look at the angle on the top wing of Evans. That is a steep pitch.
He's got a different sideboard on that car. Remember, he had that wild ride last Friday night up in corner number 2 as the car all back together and ready to go. In his rookie campaign, coming up on the 1-year anniversary since his first start in a 360 at the Nationals last year.
Lady Luck has not been on his side, but there's no quit in that Sean Evans Ackland Insurance team as Jim Hoopinen right up on the rear bumper of Holly Porter. There might have been some contact off at turn 2.
Porter continuing to lead out in front with 2 laps left to go. Jim Hoopinen tucked in behind, and here comes Mitch Brown. He's caught the top 2, trying to reel him in, working the inside line is downtown Mitch Brown.
Jim Hoopinen tried to pinch it off there in 4 to get a run to the bottom. It didn't work. He heads back to the high side in 1 and 2. Big head of steam down the backstretch.
Checkers coming out, and Porter, Hoopinen, and Brown will all come down to the line in that order. Porter gets the win over Hoopinen and Brown. Scott Kruger drives up to the 4th spot. 5th will go to Sean Evans. 6th will be Alex Hill, and 7th to John Burbridge Jr.
How about that? 2 of our lady sprint car drivers with heat race wins tonight. It started with the Hurricane Hannah Farrell and now Holly Porter. And talk about a schedule. If I heard Holly correctly, she raced last night in the micro sprints, had to go to work at 11 o'clock last night, so I can only assume she works 11 till 7 in the morning, and now she's back at the racetrack here this evening. That's a fairly heavy schedule.
Dedicated to what she does. She's here every Thursday night racing with the micro sprints. And
bubbles always give troubles. I love that we get reports from the teams through Facebook, through Twitter, through all sorts of different channels. We get scolded sometimes. We get information sometimes. Going green.
And Jake Brown really got sideways on the start in corner number 4. That allowed Steve Lyons to grab the lead and Corey Turner to shoot by him into the 2nd spot as they race behind Jake Brown for that 4th, 5th, and 6th spot.
Yeah, tight battle in the middle of the pack. I actually thought Steve Lyons was not getting off to a great start, and then it was Brown getting sideways, and Lyons looked like a hero down into turn 1.
So it's Lyons out in front over the number 13 machine. Again, that is Corey Turner. New paint scheme for him, the Petro Plus ride. Up on the top wing, so Corey Turner really gets it sideways in corner 2, and that allows Steve Lyons to scoot a little bit farther away.
And of course, Petro Plus right on the same property as the Burger Barn. Jason Hill expanding his business out there. So Greg, you can eat at the Burger Barn and get gas.
I usually do.
I lob it in, you knock him out of the park.
Cross flags up in the air. Steve Lyons over Corey Turner. That was just lame.
Total dad joke.
Lyons and Turner. Jake Brown back in 3rd. Side by side for the 4th spot. Tom Hoopinen had troubles with that car a week ago. He's got it going full song here tonight in a good battle with Josh Hansen.
Working the bottom of the racetrack. Hansen up high. Hoopinen down low, and look at that, 2 varying lines achieving about the same thing, and Shane Ross in the 5 and Caleb Wood in the 7 also having a heck of a battle behind them.
Corey Turner to the top of the pylon, the Petro Plus number 13 over Steve Lyons. Jake Brown holding on to 3rd, and it's still Josh Hansen, Tom Hoopinen going at it as, Steve Lyons really got high in corner 3.
Yeah, he was about to jump the cushion there, and Did a nice job to save it. Corey Turner getting loose in 1 and 2. We have got a slick racetrack tonight.
Coming to the checkered flag, Petro Plus will pick up a win in its first outing with Corey Turner behind the wheel. Jake Brown grabs second away from Steve Lyons. Fourth at the line, Josh Hansen over Jacob Dykstra. Shane Ross. And then Tom Hoopin and Caleb Wood and Kevin Paul. So Corey Turner picks up the win. The Petro Plus Burger Barn Mobile 1, number 13. Jake Brown snatching away second there at the line over Steve Lyons. Some good racing in the second qualifying heat. 3 to come here tonight. 1 more to go. Going from the pole, heat race number.
There was a wild stat out there recently that really showed how things had played off.
I'll have to take a look at that. I don't remember stating that.
I believe it was 6 out of the top 12 came out of the crate division in this year's 360 standings.
I count 5 so far, but still, that is an impressive stat right there. That tells you that this division, the Great Sprint Car division, is feeding this 360 Sprint Car class. And look at Sam Hafertein, wasting no time, slicing through the field and bringing Dylan Westbrook with him.
Well, the Westbrook line down in turn number 3 is a little bit treacherous right now. He had a hard time finding his entry on lap number 1. A little bit better here on the second lap as he's going to cut it to the inside of Dan Nanakoke and take over that 3rd spot.
A highlight man, Mac DeMann, comes into tonight's 2nd place in points. He has really got it hooked up on that outside line, running it to perfection as he comes across the line to complete lap 3.
Down across the stripe, Dylan Westbrook trying to close in on Sam Hafertein. Those are 3 of our top competitors, 1, 2, 3 in this heat race. But Mac DeMann is on the loud pedal.
4 in, 4 to go for the highlight man, Mac DeMann over Sam Hafertein, Dylan Westbrook. Then you've got Dan Nanakoke 4th, Jamie Turner pressuring him, and Aaron Turkey catching those 2.
Watching how high they're entering, turn 3 especially, it is going to be wild tonight. I believe 3 and 4 is going to be a very wide corner, giving these drivers lots of options.
2 laps left to go for Mac DeMann, the driver to Mississauga, Ontario, driving to the Hills Racing, Nathan Ackland Racing stables. And man, he has looked super smooth so far in this qualifying heat. This is exactly what he needs to do tonight for 20 laps. And he has a legitimate shot at walking away with the title.
Piece of cake, right? Not so much. It's a lot harder than it looks, but he made it look easy. Mac DeMann takes the win. Hafertein 2nd, Westbrook in 3rd. Look at this battle for 4th. Jamie Turner down low to Nanakoke. That's almost a dead heat at the stripe, but Dan Nanakoke does not get the spot. Does he? Yes, he does. By thousandths of a second.
So the highlight man, Mac DeMann, will pick up the heat race win, finishing ahead of Sam Hafertein and Dylan Westbrook. Again, that is what everyone's watching tonight. 2 points separate Westbrook and DeMann, with Westbrook leading the way coming into this evening. DeMann makes a bit of a statement there in the qualifying heat.
And 2 points of separation with our point system is as good as a tie. So race fans, what we would ask you to do, because our sponsors and track management were so...
You're going to make somebody $a few richer here. Read that number up for me. 50-50.
You don't want to 5x7 of that one, do you?
wall down in corner number 1, breaks the left front on the Little Bend 110, and that will bring out the caution flag. 5 laps. Trouble up in corner number 1, car hard into the wall. This is the 80 car of Chris Steele. He did not go over, but took a hard contact.
That was amazing. Too bad I missed it all. I closed my eyes.
Terry Wood, Robert.
My bell. It feels like a dream. It's unbelievable. I rung my bell. I can't believe what just happened. I'm just starting to come back to life now. It's amazing. Yeah.
22nd, 23rd, Curtis Gartley from Thamesford, and Ryan Turner starts 24th from Keister Center in the 91. Ladies and gentlemen, they're 4 wide and fancy for you, the fans. This is the Cool Kids Ice and Water Core Pack Merchandising Sprint Car A Main. Next weekend, over 60 Sprint Car GMC Pace truck ready to pull off on the backstretch. Kyle McKenzie with double greens in hand. Ladies and gentlemen, you came looking for a show. Well, here you go. Let's end all the anticipation as we bring to you our feature presentation. Sam Hafertein brings them straight to the chalk line. Creates the suspense and sends them into corner 1. Will lead them off of 2.
Dylan Westbrook with a good start, getting up to that second position. We watch for Mac DeMann on the high side, trying to work his way into the top 5 here on this first lap.
Hafertein down into corner number 1 with D-Dubs right behind him. Corey Turner had problems in the hot laps, but that car was good in the heats. Here he is, duking it out with Dylan Westbrook. He's mathematically in the fight.
Yeah, mathematically he is. It's a tall order if he's going to win this title, especially with Dylan Westbrook running as well as he is. How often do you see Westbrook working the bottom of the racetrack? But that's what he's chosen to do here in the early stages of the Sprint Car feature event.
Sam Hafertein gets across the stripe, leading lap number 3 with Dylan Westbrook and Corey Turner having a good old duke him out. 4-second spot. Jim Hoopin riding back behind them in 4th. Scott Kruder in 5th. And Mac DeMann, who's trying to catch D-Dubs in the points, he's back there in 6th.
I do like that Dylan Westbrook has gone a little bit outside of his box to find a fast line. Now he'll head up to the outside of the racetrack and try to close in on Sam Hafertein. Back to the bottom in 3 and 4.
Now remember, Adam, earlier on in the night, problems down the infield as Steve Lyons will pull his car number 9 into the pit, into the infield. Now troubles for Josh Hansen as he gets off track. But remember, earlier on in the night, Mac DeMann was dominant as we have one in the wall in corner number 2. That is Jake Brown that slaps the hay bales and puts us under the caution on lap number 6. So Jake Brown, the Little Bend 110, puts us under the caution flag. With 5 laps complete, make that in the Hills Tire and Gas number 110.
I did not see how that develops, but Jake Brown up there with the front end.
I believe he just got up over the banking, and no replay we're being told, but I believe he just got up over the banking there in the corner and got up into the hay bales. Now, Adam, right?
You want smooth and wide. Doesn't matter if it's tacky, doesn't matter if it's slick. You want it to be smooth and wide when you have big events like Championship Night. Back under green with 5 laps complete. Big start by Mac DeMann. Works to the outside of Scott Kruder.
Back at Oshwegan Speedway as the 360 Sprint Car A Main continues on with 6 laps up on the scoreboard. Sam Hafertein leads as they continue to duke it out behind him. It's Dylan Westbrook back to second, but Corey Turner digging back on the inside line, and Mac DeMann's making a charge. He picked off Kruder.
He just threw a big Hail Mary into turn 3. Managed to make it stick, so McDeman's working every groove he can on the racetrack. He's within 2 positions of Dylan Westbrook.
Here he comes around Jim Hoopin, and he can see Dylan Westbrook. And for McDeman, all he needs to do is finish 1 spot ahead of D-Dubs to at least tie him. Now, once you get into the top 3, the points separate a little bit, but interesting stuff going on right now between the top 2.
And Corey Turner giving Dylan Westbrook all he can handle. Now Westbrook makes the pass. Turner back to 3rd. I was watching, I don't know what the hell I was watching. I was mistaken there.
Here comes the battle for the 3rd spot and the possible point lead as McDeman working the high side, trying to get by Dylan Westbrook. Turner gets by him the lap before. Now McDeman trying to reel him in.
Westbrook down to the bottom, trying to gain ground on Turner as McDeman goes off the edge of the racetrack. Manages to keep the same position, but loses some valuable ground to Westbrook.
Out in front, Sam Haferteep is straight away ahead of Corey Turner. Dylan Westbrook back there in the 3rd spot. McDeman charging, driving so hard behind him. He can see the point leader right in front.
I think if Westbrook could clear Corey Turner, he could probably drive away a little bit, but he's just not able to win that battle. That allows McDeman to stay right on his heels.
Corey Turner having a whale of a run here tonight, probably wishing Sam Haferteep hadn't made the visit here this evening, because that 13 machine has a win this year, but hasn't looked this strong in a long time.
No, we got 1 in trouble up in 3 and 4 right in front of the leader. That was Alex Hill. She manages to keep it on the racetrack, but now things have settled down there in 2nd, 3rd, and 4th.
Corey Turner is there. D-Dubs about 4 car lengths back, another 3 back to McDeman as they're working some lap traffic. DeMan draws a little bit closer that time with 5 laps left to go.
McDeman just can't get the power down. He's driving into the turns better, but Dylan Westbrook is getting through the middle better than the 17X.
The leader works off at corner 4. Sam Haferteep Jr. leads with 4 laps left to go. Straight away back to Corey Turner, then 2 car lengths back to Dylan Westbrook, and McDeman another 4 back behind him.
Westbrook closing in once again on Corey Turner, which may or may not be a good thing for him, because if he varies his line, he could be in trouble. Westbrook off the racetrack. Here comes DeMan.
Wow, that was lucky for Dylan Westbrook that McDeman didn't get by. They both had problems in the corner. So they work it through corner number 2. This time by, it's going to be 2 laps left to go for Sam Haferteep Jr.
Haferteep out in front all by himself, but all eyes are on the 47X of Dylan Westbrook, the 17X of McDeman.
Here they go through to corners 1 and 2. Corey Turner still holding down 2nd. Dylan Westbrook in that 3rd spot. White flag coming out for the leader at the line now. 2nd place coming off of corner 4. 1 going up high. That was McDeman. He loses a lot of ground that time to Dylan Westbrook.
McDeman just threw an absolute bomb into turn 3. Couldn't quite hang on to the cushion there. Checkered flag for Sam Haferteep.
Coming across the line in 2nd, Corey Turner. 3rd, your champion, Dylan Westbrook. 4th with a valiant effort, McDeman. And 5th will be Jim Hoopinen.
You cannot try harder than McDeman just did in that 17X. He put that car everywhere on the racetrack. Dylan Westbrook did everything he had to do to win the title. They pull up alongside. I'm sure it is thumbs up.
So, surpassed Glenn in most career 360 feature wins here at Ohsweken Speedway. So it's been a phenomenal year as Lone Wolf Fireworks lights up the sky for Sam Haferteep Jr. in the Hills Racing Town Line Variety, number 15H, the driver out of Sunnyvale, Texas. Definitely will be a threat next week in the Canadian Sprint Car Nationals.
Back to Canada, a good way to cross the border and get it done.
Yeah, you never know how good you are. These guys race here every week, and you know, we felt pretty good for stages. Like I say, we still got a lot to work on, still got a lot to get better on, but you know, hats off to Bobby. I only got 1 guy this weekend, so he's been having to put a lot of weight on his shoulders, and you know, it's just good that we got out of here with a win. And I told Miles if we won tonight, that'd be our casino money this week.
So I guess you're off to the casino then.
Well, maybe not now, but maybe this week sometime. Me and Miles, we both like going to the casino quite a bit, and Pam, she always likes to go along too. So it'll be a good time for sure. But really just getting pumped up for next week. Canadian Nationals. It's been 2011 since I won, and I felt like we probably should have won it 2 other times since then, and just messed up on my end. And this year, I feel like we really got a really good car, and we make some minor changes after tonight. We'll be right where we need to be come Canadian Nationals time.
Solid drive for Sam Haverteep Jr. tonight. Picks it up from Sunnyvale, Texas, all the way down here to pick up the win.
But he did, but so did Corey Turner. And I'm going to tell you, we've watched Corey Turner win races here. I don't know if we've ever seen him run a better race than he did right there. And he's with Clinton Jeffrey right now.
Thanks, guys. Corey, Adam, giving you praise.
Oh, we're definitely satisfied. Sam's a professional, and he just showed us exactly why there. He's the ASAS national points leader, and, to run second to him pretty much like a win. I got to say hi to my grandparents and all the people back in Caster Center watching us on MAV. Big thanks to Jay and Celeste and their family, and Gord and Nate and all the guys that are, Jeff and Brady and my brother and everybody that's responsible for this. This is the first night out on this car, and this Maxim was just bad fast. So, we got our new scheme, Petro Plus, gas station right beside the Burger Barn, so make sure you stop in, check it out. Real fair prices, and obviously see the Burger Barn as well.
Good job, Corey, hitting it at marks. Dylan Westbrook, come on over here. 3-time champion, the winningest driver in the 360 division here at Osh Weekend. How about it for your hometown champ, D-Dubs? Dylan, we watched you grow up here through the Stires Racing crew. Now you're with the Hills Racing team. You had to battle your teammate Mac throughout the whole season. He was on that tail tank that whole race. Talk about your finish to your season and your last regular season feature that helped you pick up the championship tonight.
All season we've been really good. Had a couple little problems throughout it, but made our way through that. Now we were doing really good in that race. We had a good setup. It was just really hard to. There's a lot of moves I would have normally made in a regular race, but I just knew I had to make sure I didn't do anything dumb, mess up, and seen Mac get pretty close to me there, so I had to get back on it. But really great season.
All right, I'm getting out of here because you're about to get a shower. Dylan Westbrook, your champion, and I wouldn't let them spray it while we were here.